Hello participants, welcome to our next topic, metallic glasses, in the one-day online orientation course on new engineering materials. Now let us discuss the topic elaborately. So metallic glasses are the new kind of material which is newly developed engineering material. Metallic glasses shares the properties of both metals and alloys. So we all know that in the atomic level, metal or alloy are crystalline nature. That implies their atoms are arranged in some regular pattern that extends over a long distance. In contrast, in the case of glass, it is in amorphous nature. They are non-crystalline, they are brittle and transparent solid, which will not have long range of atomic orderness. So metallic glasses are metal alloys which is in amorphous form. These metals will not have long range of atomic order. At the same time, they will possess ductility, malleability, mechanical strength like a metals. That's why these materials are called as metallic glasses. The major advantage of such metallic glasses are that they are generally homogeneous in composition and they will offer strong and superior corrosion resistance, and there will not be no worry about crystalline imperfections. So that will provides you multi-oriented advantage and applications. So to achieve this metallic glasses and to get this peculiar property, metallic glasses are made by cooling the molten metal rapidly at the rate of more than 2 into 10 to the power 6 Celsius per seconds. So during this process of solidification, atoms do not have enough time to rearrange for crystalline nucleation. This tendency for material to form a glass while quenching is called glass forming ability. So this glass forming ability is different for different materials, and it will be totally depends on the composition of the material what we are trying to produce into a glass. So the glass forming ability is the key factor for converting any metal alloy into a metallic glass. So the position of nose in the TTD diagram is very important for crystallization of a undercooled melt is a measure for the glass. So this nose which is appearing in the TTD diagram and its area is a very important factor we have to consider to analyze the glass forming process and the materials glass forming ability. So if your material want to be converted into a glass, to form a glass, cooling must be so fast that crystallization nose can be avoided. So when we allow the molten state material from its melting temperature to very low temperature, less than the glass density temperature, we have make a transition, means that it is possible to achieve a metallic glass. So this is a fundamental process. So key process for achieving the metallic glasses is cooling the high temperature molten state material into very low temperature in a very fraction of seconds, and that temperature taken to be should be less than the glass transition temperature. So this is the process we are going to adopt for producing the metal. Now let us pass on to the next topic, the types of metallic glasses. So depending on the constituent element we are using for the production of metallic glasses, the metallic glasses are classified into two types. One is metallic glasses. Here two or more metal will be mixed in a proper proportion and they will be taken as a mixer and they will be converted into a molten state material depending on their individual melting point. After all the materials are got melted, they will be suddenly cooled to low temperature to obtain the metallic glass form of that particular alloys. Second type is metalloid metallic glasses, where the people will mix the metal element with metalloid elements such as iron, cobalt, nickel metals are mixed with boron, silicon, carbon, phosphorus as a metalloids that will produces the second class of metallic glasses called metalloid metallic glasses. So as we told earlier, the preparation of metallic glasses are achieved by a key point called rapid cooling. So metallic glasses are made by cooling a molten material rapidly. So during this process of solidification, the atoms do not have enough time or energy to rearrange themselves to create a crystalline nucleation. As a result, they will not form any crystalline structure. So this is the principal process we are adopting for production of metallic glasses. So we are having so many rapid cooling techniques available for the production of metallic glasses. They are spraying technique, melt spinning technique, laser deposition methods. So in this particular class, we are going to discuss about rapid cooling technique by users. So melt spinning process technique involved in the preparation of metallic glasses are illustrated in this diagram. So fundamental principle of this process is a thin stream of molten alloy is made to dip on the rotating wheel, which is made up of copper maintained at a liquid nitrogen temperature. This causes rapid solidification of metal. Let us see the construction and working of this setup. So you can able to see in the left side a physical industrial setup which is used for production of metallic glasses, and in the bottom diagram shows you the resultant ribbon form of metallic glasses which can be rolled to any level, and it will be very thin in size, they will be very light in thickness, and they will have higher stability, they will have higher flexibility. So and these are all the very important properties of these metallic glasses, and we will see the properties later. Now let us go to the construction and working of these metallic glasses. So this setup consisting of a spinning disc made up of copper, as I told you earlier. In order to prepare metallic glasses of a particular type, a suitable combination of metal and metal or metalloid alloys will be mixed in their stoichiometric ratio and will be taken into a refractory tube having a fine nozzle at its bottom. That fine nozzle at the bottom will be called as orifice, and these refractory tubes will be made up of quartz or alumina depending on the type of alloy we are going to use. We all know that these two things are having higher melting point, and it will be used for high temperature applications. The nozzle side of the tube is placed just over the spinning disc, which is made up of copper, as I told you, and kept at a low temperature using liquid nitrogen. By using induction heater attached to a refractory tube, that will melt the alloy. So this refractory tube will be surrounded by a induction heater. So when the electric supply is given to the induction heater, that will heat the refractory tube. In turn, the material what it is filled in the refractory tube will be melt. This melt is kept above its melting point till it gets transferred into homogeneous mixer. As inert gas such as helium is made to flow through the tube containing the homogeneous mixer. As a result, the melt get ejected through the nozzle at the bottom. The ejected melt is cooled at the faster rate, which helps of the spinning cooled copper disc under the bottom. The ejection rate was increased by increasing the pressure of the inert gas in the top of the refractory tube. Thus, a glassy alloy ribbon start getting formed over the spinning disc. The thickness of glassy ribbon may be varied by increasing or decreasing the speed of the spinning disc. So this is a simple method for producing a ribbon form of metallic glasses. The advantages of this method is, and this one is a direct and simple method, and it will have high production speed. It can be used for all kind of metals and alloys, and also bulk material can be produced by increasing or decreasing the speed of rotation. And drawbacks are accuracy and precise temperature control is very necessary for this process, suitable only for materials exhibiting thermoplastic effect. So this is adapting. Now let us see the general properties of metallic glasses. The strength of metallic glasses are very high and they are light in weight. They are highly ductile, malleable, sometimes they are brittle and opaque. Hardness is very high, toughness is very high, fracture resistance value is very high, they have high elasticity and yield strength is high. They have high corrosion resistance, which makes these materials useful in many important areas. They are all soft magnetic in nature, so this material can be easily magnetized and demagnetized. Since these materials having high electric resistivity, this will result in low ED. So let us see some outline of the applications of these metallic glasses. So metallic glasses are used as transformer core materials in high power transformers due to the low core loss and low weight. Due to the high electrical resistivity and nearly zero temperature coefficient of resistance, it will be used to make cryothermometers, magnetoresistance sensors and computer memories. These metallic glasses are highly useful to producing containers for nuclear waste disposals. These materials are used in the preparation of magnets for fusion reactors, since they are all not affected by irradiations. And metallic glasses are used in tape recorder heads, manufacturing of springs and standard resistance for the laboratory purpose. So this particular part is very simple and important area in your examination point of view. Hope this video will help you in a required way. Thank you.